Hello and welcome to the second episode of Amplified Radio with the CEO of Conjugate, literally me, Mark E. And today, what I want to talk about is strength training versus powerlifting. Now, powerlifting is definitely a type of strength training, but I feel like one of the big misconceptions you're going to see on the internet, especially social media, it's gotten better in recent years, but it still just won't quite go away, is the idea that 1RMs and powerlifting is the only type of strength training. Let's break it down a bit further. Powerlifting is all about your 1 rep max in the squat, bench, and deadlift, right? So 1RM strength, absolute peak, just lifting dizzying weights. It's a very specific skill set. What I fail to understand, though, is if you talk with people and if you tell them you're focusing more on something like a 10 rep max dumbbell bench press, suddenly it becomes bodybuilding? And the reason why that doesn't make sense to me is at day's end, whether you're repping 110 pound dumbbells for a set of 10 or you're repping 225 on a straight bar, why is it that if you're doing it with the straight bar, that suddenly becomes more powerlifting, whereas the dumbbells becomes more bodybuilding? Strength's multifaceted at day's end. It's going to evolve with context, right? For example, I compete in the sport of strongman, which often has 4 reps events. One of my best deadlift performances I ever turned in training was 500 for a set of 8 on the barbell deadlift. Now, could you really tell me with a straight face that I'm not training for strength at that point? Because, in my mind, what I see there is a good bit of weight moved for multiple repetitions. And this really pivots into what I wanted to talk about, which was the idea of power building. Seems like this term is being discussed a lot again, so I wanted to weigh in. When I think about power building, how I look at it is it's a route towards aesthetics, but you use strength as the linchpin, whereas pure bodybuilding is aesthetics, and more aesthetics. To give you a better example, let's say that you want to build bigger, more impressive biceps. The bodybuilding route, it would mainly be concerned with stuff like adding volume, adding in intensifiers like rest pause, really getting in those effective reps, approaching failure. Whereas a power building route towards building your biceps might be something like focusing in on getting your curl 10RM up, things like that. So while the difference isn't very massive, it's something to consider. And this is why I love power building so much conceptually, because what I find is, having worked with multiple people over the years and even for myself, is if I don't have a number to chase, if there's not something, that little carrot dangling on a string in front of me, I'm less likely to train hard. If I look at my workout and it's 3 sets of 15 bicep curls, and all I'm doing is counting reps, getting through it, it becomes less exciting. Whereas, if I have a big top set of, let's say 8 to 10 curls, and then I have a drop set, and after that, that's kind of when I get zesty, really get my pump on, I'm going to enjoy the workout a lot more. And regardless of what modality you want to take, the best program is going to be the one you stick to and relentlessly attack progression on. It's not so much that power building is about doing both powerlifting and bodybuilding at the same time, but it's about taking the best elements of both training modalities and combining them into a hard working system that compromises on both ends, but in turn also increases compliance. So that's why I really do love the idea of power building long term for most of us. Ultimately, what I'm driving at here is strength doesn't wear a single face. It's not just a 1RM barbell bench press. It could be a 10RM easy curl. It could be a 15 rep max, lateral raise. It could be getting 40 total reps on your rest pause set next time you're doing shrugs. Don't pigeonhole yourself into just focusing in on your 1RMs if your goal is to build strength. Heck, even the best power lifters now, if you look at them, especially in various weight classes, they've got quite a bit of muscle mass relative to their overall size, because that helps them move more weight. It builds a greater foundation, so then they have higher peaks. So whether your goal is to hit a new big deadlift PR or to look better at the beach, and by the way, those are equally noble goals, I don't think this whole era of, I don't care how I look, I just want to be strong, or conversely, the guys who say, I don't care how much weight I'm moving, I just want to look good. I think we're moving away from that, which is really good to see, because at day's end, most of us want multiple things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Chase multiple dimensions, but find a way that gets you to work hard. Hope you found this useful, and again, Don't pigeonhole yourself into one definition of strength. Get strong across multiple movements, multiple rep ranges, and then if you want to specialize, what you'll find is you have a great base to work from there. Hope you found this useful, folks. I'll catch you next time on Amplified.radio. Also, quick little side note here. If you are looking for a power building program, find me on Instagram at amplified.training. I've got 2 power building programs currently available. Ego Drive, which is a 4-day conjugate power building program, and Ego Driv 3, which is a 3-day variation. That way you've got options to fit any schedule.